This piece in Madison called Hieroglyph has an interesting connection and everything. I won't go through the whole thing, but again, an architect was building this new building, and there weren't many people around at that time doing big things, and so he knew of me, and I knew a little bit about him in Madison. So they had actually, it was a competition between another sculptor and myself from the University of Wisconsin. And of course, that means that the guy from the University of Wisconsin at Madison was hoping to get the commission, I suppose, I don't know. But it was, I did it. So I did a maquette, one of the best I've ever done, because I wanted it, it was a competition. So I wanted to think out exactly what I was going to do, and the model is about 13, 14 inches tall, and it's still there. And if you can look around, they kind of hide it a lot of times. But I think it's one of the best sculptures I've done. But anyway, what I decided to do, and the name Hieroglyph, we spend a lot of time finding out what people do in caves and scratch into clay and all these hieroglyphic things that we really don't know, and we've had to find out what they mean. You know, the Egyptian glyphs and stuff like that. So I made these big slabs, two slabs, that are kind of leaning against each other, and on the face of this slab, which again is it's all made out of this brass sheet that I use, and of course when you look at it, it doesn't look like it's brass sheet. It doesn't look like it's sheet at all. But on there, I could put with my welded brazed things, I could put all different kinds of. I just kind of made them up, you know, the scratch sort of things that I remembered. I might have looked at a couple of books that had, you know, old Egyptian that I didn't really remember. But as the other thing I found out with my sculpture is that when they put on an addition to a building, or in this case what they did, this used to be at the front of the Madison Public Library, which is one block off of the Capitol Square. Well, the library grew because it was built, I don't know, right after the war, maybe in the 50s. And so then they needed that space because it really didn't have that much of a footprint. So they redid the whole library, a floor at a time. Well, they finally got up and they built a third floor or a fourth floor where the library goes up, and the elevator ends up at this rooftop. Well, there are a group of offices there, but it left a space, and it's a green roof. Now, I don't know if a lot of you have heard about a green roof. That's when you actually plant, and there are businesses that'll come, they bring it's in a plastic kind of pan, and you can put them down in any kind of arrangement you want, and then they're automatically watered, automatically fed, automatically this way. So up on the roof you have this wonderful green, half of the year anyway, you've got this kind of like a garden. Well, it sits up there. It's okay up there, I don't mind it, but it's not where a lot of people are going to go by it. Although when you put up a piece of sculpture or anything, you go by it so often, after a while you don't see it. And so upstairs, I think, and you can sit out there, there's a place to sit out there, a couple places to sit. So it's a reflective kind of place. It's probably a better place for it.